but they are still married to that style of play. So we're going to see some full court pressure by the Bulldogs.
Neither team has a deep bench. Both head coaches play a tight rotation, and Drake has the first touch. Yesufu was named the 6th man of the year in the conference, and right away he rockets down the lane for a bucket.
He is one athletic dude, I can tell you that. Strong, powerful, quick. He loves taking it to the basket.
Right hand of Mosley, a miss.
Brody with the rebound. 6'7", 270. His job is to occupy Prim at both ends of the floor and be physical.
This is Tremel Murphy, 9 points a game. He's in the lane, and it's 4-0.
They play fast. Ask Dana Ford, and when we were talking to him about this, he said, what concerns you about Drake? He said, they're used to winning. They think they're going to win. They're used to it. And he didn't get into too much of the weeds, but that emotion is very, very important.
Turnover by the Bears. Wilkins. And this fast start feels a lot like Loyola Chicago's fast start in game 1.
3 shots in the paint, 3 different players, 3 players taking their man off the dribble.
This is Prim, and that's short. Both these teams have not been to the NCAA tournament for a long while. Missouri State 2011, 2008 for the Drake Bulldogs. Murphy launches. Jamonte Black with the rebound. Man with the ball. Remember, Dana Ford told us this is our key. If he can score, DeMarcus Sharp, we're in good shape.
He averages 8. He's primarily a ball handler, but he can score.
Hervey, that's perfect. 40% three-point shooter is Keaton Hervey. It's a good shooting team at Missouri State, a great shooting team in Drake. Boy, Murphy right by the defense.
Defense of Missouri State so far has been pretty porous. Drake getting everything they want in the first few possessions.
Look at that shooting percentage, 50% is Drake, one of the top 5 in all of college basketball.
Sturts on the switch out here, number 3. He's a terrific rebounder for his size.
Mosley inside. He scores from everywhere.
I'll tell you what, though, he is really good in traffic. He's got the floater like that one. When he's in and among the trees, he can make shots.
Yesufu. And a whistle. That's a flop warning, I believe, on Yesufu. You can get a flop warning as an offensive player. And Yesufu, who went down after the 3, has received one.
Take a look. Shoots it, wants the foul, so fakes as if he was hit. You see the official saying, no, no, no.
Next flop warning on Drake is a Class 1 technical. Prim, a good low post score, misses there.
So far, Brody's doing a good job on Prim. Make him take turnaround shots, fading away from the basket. That's his job.
Big man, Brody.
Nobody on the offensive glass for either team the last couple of possessions.
These two teams played twice, and they were close games. Drake won both of them by 7 and by 5.
In those 2 games, Hemphill and Roman Penn were still in the lineup.
Yesufu and a foul on the rebound. Darnell Brody pushed to get it. Quick starts by the 2 seed Drake. Second game, semifinal Saturday in the Missouri Valley.
A rogue virus, no jobs, sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. That's right. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
That's a mighty fine pair of boots. Let's get them boots. I'll make payment 1, 2, 3.
I'll make payment 4.
Really?
Turn up!
Hi, I'm a new customer and I want your best new smartphone deal.
Well, I'm an existing customer and I'd like your best new smartphone deal.
Do you?
Actually, it's for both new and existing customers.
I feel silly, but I do want the fastest 5G network.
Oh, I want the fastest 5G network.
Are we actually doing this again?
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives everyone the same great deal, like the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free when you trade in.
So, you said only we at Left Twix could put cookies and cream in Twix? This is a right Twix.
Excuse me.
Twix, cookies and cream.
I think every other burger should have a disclaimer. I'm not made with butter. That's what they should say right on the top of it. I'm not made with butter.
They should. They need to warn people.
Sonic Mesquite Butter Bacon Cheeseburger.
You gotta have butter.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by State Farm. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Kubota, together we do more. And by AT&T 5G, fast, reliable, secure.
Last Arch Madness Championship appearance by Missouri State. They lost that game. You saw the sadness. They settled for the NIT that year. Their last NCAA was '99. Hungry for a win, brought to you by Marco's Pizza. Here's the Drake Bulldogs. Their last NCAA was 2008.
24-3. That is one heck of a record, my friend. 42 net ranking. And because they don't play a lot of quad 1 games, they've got only one win there.
As you saw there, Jerry Palm has them last 4 in. They're really hungry for a bid.
Well, they're hungry. Drake is hungry for a at-large bid. Missouri State is hungry for an automatic qualifying bid. So that's why this game is so important for both teams.
Wow, that streak you just saw was Joe Yesufu. He is something.
He is one fast guy. He was injured last year. That's why he didn't, become a starter and one of the main guys at the start of this season. And he certainly is a main guy now.
Sharp. And DeMarcus Sharp, the junior from Charleston, Missouri.
First team junior college All-American. Coming into this tournament, DeMarcus had 63 assists, 32 turnovers. That's a really good ratio.
Brody leaning in. Prim doing his best to lean back. And it's a terrific job by Gage Prim.
We're going to see those two battling in the paint right here. Same thing at this end.
Here's the rematch.
Have the angle. Once you have the angle, he's got to foul you or you're going to score. The problem is getting an angle on a guy that weighs 270.
Garrett Sturtz, who's in that starting lineup, been a starter since Hemphill was out, and both Tank Hemphill and Roman Penn are here today. Yesufu misses a 3. Of course, the news is Penn is out for the season, but it looks promising that if they do get to March and into the postseason, that Temp Hill will be back and ready to go. That's a spinning shot by Sharp, and he's hit a couple buckets, and Missouri State is on top, and Drake takes a timeout.
Nice playing by Sharp. He has a size advantage on several players. He's a tall point guard. He got in there and made the play. Sharp on the move. Turnaround. Nyla.
The thing about freedom is, freedom has no limits. There's no such thing as too many adventures or too many unforgettable moments. There will never be too many stories to write or too many memories to make. But when it comes to a vehicle that will be there for it all, there's only one. Jeep.
You're watching Bracket Week, presented by Kubota. Rich Waltz, Bob Wenzel, Missouri Valley Arch Madness semifinal Saturday. Now, Bob Wenzel, this Drake Bulldog team was scheduled to play Northern Iowa yesterday. Positive test, contact tracing, knocked Northern Iowa out. It was ruled a no contest, but an advantage you would think for Drake not having to play yesterday. Obviously, Missouri State had to play yesterday.
I've seen it go both ways in all my years, but for me and Darren DeVries, I think it's an advantage for Drake. I mean, they effectively got a double bye. They haven't had to play a game. If they win this game, they're in the final. So they play one game and gets to the final. So on the other hand, you know, Missouri State played, so they've got their legs a little bit. Nervousness is gone, but they played yesterday late also. So their game finished at 10 o'clock Central, and they've got to come in here and play less than 24 hours later.
And they've played plenty of basketball. Drake had to finish in 32 days with 14 games. And it's worth noting that the Missouri Valley Conference is the only conference in the country that played every one of their conference games.
Yes, and ironically, one game in the conference tournament gets canceled. Crazy, crazy.
Tremel Murphy had that rebound and the foul. DeVries in his third year, longtime assistant.
Coach of the year this year in the league.
Yeah.
2 out of the last 3 years he's garnered that award.
17 years at Creighton with Doug McDermott and Dana Altman. Played for Eldon Miller at Northern Iowa.
They know how to win at Creighton, I can tell you that. And usually it's an entertaining style. Here we see the full court pressure. It's token right now. DeVries watching to see how Missouri State handles it. And later on in the game, likely to see more trapping.
Mosley lost the ball in tight. Murphy finds Wilkins. A rebounding foul.
Samaki is in the game, number 13, backup post player, 6'8", 220. He doesn't get a ton of minutes, but I think using him early is a wise decision here. This looks like Prim on a push-off to me. And by the looks of his body language, I think that's how it was called. Yes, indeed. Tata now comes in, who's the other post player for Missouri State, number 20. Quickness is the name of the game for the Drake Bulldogs.
A lot of paint touches, and Murphy is a tough guard at 6'6", 210.
And here's the thing, it's not like getting the ball to the paint by passing and a guy with his back to the basket. It's dribbling into the paint. Perimeter players scoring close to the basket.
Sharp. Crossover, bang. That's nice.
I'll tell you what, he's looking good. And Dana Ford told us he's a key to their team, even though all the publicity goes to Mosley and Prim. Whoa! What was that? Oh my goodness. He caught that ball, did a 360 in the air. Didn't need it.
Degree of difficulty high. Did not stick the landing. And a nice follow. Nick Tata, who played 1 minute last night. And he's in there already. And Sharp is down. Timeout on the floor. We got a 2-seed in Drake. We got a 3-seed, Missouri State. And a tight one to start it. You're watching the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference semifinal.
Ronaldo, Corona, with a spot in the quarterfinals on the line Tuesday on CBS Sports Network.
These folks, they don't have time to go to the post office. They have businesses to grow, customers to care for, lives to get home to. They use Stamps.com. Print discounted postage for any letter, any package, anytime, right from your computer. All the services of the post office, plus UPS, only cheaper. Get our special TV offer, a 4-week trial, plus postage and a digital scale. Go to Stamps.com/try and never go to the post office again.
No matter what happened in 2020, it's a brand new year. And with HelloFresh, it's 365 days to start fresh. 365 ways to make time for yourself. Make time for the kiddos and make their new all-time favorite meal. Just take it step by step and we'll make it happen. One dish at a time.
Hit refresh with HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code TV10 for 10 free meals, including free shipping.
These two teams met back-to-back nights late January. Remember, Drake was on that incredible win streak to start things. Roman Penn had 20 in the first game. Drake won that one by 7. In the second game, Tank Hemphill's turn. He had 24, and Drake won again, although this one was by 5. So Bob Wenzel. It's a little bit different team that Dana Ford is facing here. Obviously, no Roman Penn and no Tank Hemphill.
That's a big deal, and you know, both of those games were played at Missouri State, and they were back-to-back games, which is really unique in college basketball. So Drake did not get to play Missouri State on their home floor. So this is 2 at Missouri State and 1 on a neutral floor. But without Roman Penn, who led the league in assists, and without Hemphill, who was their leading scorer and rebounder, I mean, DeVries has done an excellent job of keeping this team winning. Despite the loss of 2 such stellar players.
It's a block. And free throws coming up. DeMarcus Sharp, we saw him going to break, climbing off the floor. He has stayed in the game, and that's great news for Missouri State.
6'3", 170, junior college, first year. Dana Ford calls him a key guy. Against Valpo, only 2 points. 8 rebounds and 6 assists for the point guard.
He has a good 2 free throws. He's just a sophomore, Bolingbrook, Illinois. And as you pointed out, he missed the conference season last year, so he's somewhat of a, I think, nationally a secret. But man, as he busted out and really helped carry Drake after those 2 injuries.
Really cool to see.
Jared Ritter is in for the Bears. He is a 3-point specialist, 34, bottom of your screen. And a lob pass goes awry. It's a turnover.
Dana Ford played in the league, Southern Illinois. Good player there. See how much the floor is spread here? And then somebody posts up. And quick moves. Quickness, the name of the game.
That's Murphy again. I mean, he looks comfortable outside and inside.
Well, he's a swing guy, you know, 6'6", 210. Very good athlete. And right here he's posting. Gets the good, quick first step on Mosley. And then draws a crowd.
This is an easy game for both coaches in terms of looking down their bench for substitutes, right? Because there really aren't a lot. I mean, Drake at times will just use a 1 or a 2-man rotation, and Missouri State kind of has 2 guys that they rotate in to give everybody a break.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, coaches use the television timeouts to their advantage. You maybe take a timeout right before the television timeout so you get a longer period of rest for your starters.
It's a fun matchup here. DeMarcus Sharp and Joe Yesufu.
Boy, man, Yesufu stuck with him through 2 screens. That's not easy to do.
Prim, a sweeping hook.
Lefty. We saw Krutwick, who's a left-handed player, shoot a right-handed jump hook, and now we see Prim use his offhand with a hook as well. A lot of good post players in the Missouri Valley. Old style, back to the basket types like this.
Brody misses the jumper.
Prim just went to the floor when he bumped into Brody, trying to get position down there.
Sharp skips it across. This is Hervey.
Made a 3 earlier.
Another 3 here. And he's going to get 3 free throws. He's fouled by Tremel Murphy. Keaton Hervey. For this a great day of college basketball on CBS Sports Network. A-10 semifinals follow. Then, Bob, we're not done yet. We are going out to the Mountain West. 11 Eastern. We've got UNLV and Wyoming right here on CBS Sports Network.
Laramie. Wonder if it's snowing there.
The locals call it Laradice. Around this time of year, you never know what you're going to get. You could get some sunshine. You could get 20 below and 20-mile-an-hour winds.
Inadvertent horn right there as the substitute comes in.
That's Lukai Patterson.
6'1", 220. Unusual body for a basketball player. Joseph is handling the ball and scoring. He's got a clear out here.
Sturts. That's a nice move.
They do a great job of clearing areas for drives. Their offensive movement creates lanes for people to put it on the floor and go.
Points of the paint pretty darn even. Lead keeps changing hands.
A little reticence here by Prim.
A little stick-to-itiveness by Prim. That's 3 offensive rebounds and 4 missed shots. Wow.
He didn't get off the floor much right there.
Little pick and roll. Yesufu throws it away. Black. This is Sharp. Good rotation. Ritter, the 3-point snipe. Misses. Prim, the rebound. And a foul knocks Sharp out of bounds.
Man, I thought there were 3 fouls. I thought Prim got fouled twice when he got the rebound. Let's take a look inside. Right there's a foul. He gets hooked right there. He did a great job of just staying in bounds on that play. Nice going, Gage. Aurora, Colorado. That's the way to be tough.
And he had big games against Drake. I mean, he went for 18 and 16 and then 20 and 14.
Yeah. Big stuff, but there's the matchup between the bigs right there. Brody was the guy who made the shot when Drake beat Loyola at the buzzer. With a second or so to go.
Sharp.
You have to gang rebound when you're small like Drake. Everybody's got to get involved. Point guards, 2 guards, everybody. You can't leave the rebounding to just the post guys. 2 guys in the corner right here. Clear an area for Youssoufou to go. Youssoufou.
He's going.
Yes, he's going is right. You could see that coming a mile away.
3-point game. And again, that left hook. That one.
Brody's doing a good job, Rich. I mean, he's forcing Prim to, you know, make jump hooks from further out than he wants to.
Yeah, Prim right now just 2 of 8 from the field. Youssoufou uses a ball screen, streaks on in, can't finish.
Boy, he loves going to his right, doesn't he? I'm thinking if I'm scouting, push him left.
Black missed the 3.
Wonder about Missouri State's legs. They played the late game last night. Start taking 3s that hit front of the rim. That's a telltale sign. Get a little lactic acid build up in your legs. 1 guy with the ball, 9 guys standing around right now.
Sturts. Yes! And a free throw.
That's a 9 on the degree of difficulty scale of 10. Youssoufou on the move. He is a blur. Turn around in the lane. That's some strength. How about Garrett Sturts? You kidding me? Yeah.
We made USAA insurance for members like Martin, an Air Force veteran made of doing what's right, not what's easy. So when a hailstorm hit, USAA reached out before he could even inspect the damage.
That's how you do it right.
USAA insurance is made just the way Martin's family needs it. With hassle-free claims, he got paid before his neighbor even got started. Because doing right by our members, that's what's right. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
Over 10 years ago, we made a promise to redefine everything a truck can be. And while we've made good on that promise by winning back-to-back-to-back Motor Trend Truck of the Year awards, the work is never done.
We understand an upside-down world, but they're writing us off before we get to the starting line. A stalled generation? Who do you think is gonna fix all this? We will, because our future is the future. So we're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day and feed those left in the cold. We're going to do all this and more because we have an appointment with destiny.
Five-Hour Energy helps you get stuff done. And now, when you purchase 5-Hour Energy, you can instantly win cash prizes. For complete rules and how to enter, visit 5hewin.com. 5-Hour Energy, the official sponsor of getting stuff done.
Here we go. Big fella jamming in there. Oh my goodness! Can you believe this? Anything can happen in March.
And it's all about to start happening. Selection show on Sunday the 14th. First 4 on Thursday the 18th. And then it's on first and second rounds. The regionals. And of course the Final Four and the national championship on CBS. And they're all trying to arrive in Indy. Lucas Oil Stadium. Have the semifinals and the finals there. Now, Drake is an interesting case. They won their first 18. They lost 2 of their best players, Tank Hemphill and Roman Penn. Penn's out for the season. Hemphill is out for this tournament. Bob Wenzel, does the selection committee take into account in Drake's benefit that Hemphill should be ready and able to play in the NCAA tournament?
I think it is a factor, but is not a major factor. With them, I think it can come into play because most prognosticators have them as a last four in or first four out. So a small thing. You can see the boot on his left leg there. He certainly doesn't look ready right now. But, you know, for fans of the Missouri Valley and of Drake, you would think that's a major thing. But there's a lot of things like that all around the country to be considered as well.
This is going to be a really tough year to be on that selection committee. Dan Gavitt talked about, you know, the eyeball test, using numbers to decide who's good and who's not. I mean, it's really tough because just about everybody, whether you're a mid-major or a major conference, had their non-conference schedule wiped out. So a lot of those are resume builders for teams like Drake that you didn't get a chance to play. So,
and it comes down every year to the teams that are the first and second in the Missouri Valley, you know, or the Mountain West or some conferences against the mid-teams from, quote, power conferences, you know. And the thing with the quad system is that Darren DeVries doesn't get to play a lot of quad one games, you know, and if you're a team in the ACC maybe or the SEC, you're going to play a lot of quad one games, so you have a lot more opportunities to get quad one victories. So that's what has to weigh heavily on the minds of the people on the committee. And I think this year, because of what you said about the not playing as many non-conference games, I think the people on the committee have to say, okay, I'm a basketball expert. I'm watching these teams. I think this team is better.
That's where Porter Moser told us that efficiency numbers could come into play. Offensive and defensive efficiency is one way to gauge how you are in your league. That's a foul on Missouri State. This has been back and forth between the 2-seed Drake and the 3-seed Missouri State.
Is that Mosley? Because if it is, I think it's a second.
It is, and it is.
Well, that's a decision time right now. 6:17 to go. He picks up his second foul. He's got to be out of the game. And so far, he's still in. So I guess what you might do in a normal season with Dana Ford's decision about this, you don't do in a, you know, maybe your last game of the year decision. You know, you just hope and pray that he doesn't get his third and you keep him in the game so he can score. Because right now you're having some difficulty in that area.
Of course, we'll see if this cuts down on some of his aggressiveness. He'll take the three and hit the three.
Nice going, Dana. You did the right thing.
That's a good place to hang out if you don't want to pick up the foul. So now a quick timeout after the three. And Mosley with his 2 fouls has dropped Missouri State within 2.
Isaiah from deep. High archer.
Introducing the new Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed. It's the most comfortable, body sensing, automatically responding, energy building, dually adjustable, dad powering, wellness boosting, foot warming, snore relieving, temperature balancing, recovery assisting, effortlessly life-changing, proven quality night's sleep we've ever made. And now save up to $500 on select Sleep Number 360 Smart Beds, plus 0% interest for 48 months and free premium delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday.
Loyola Chicago won the first semifinal. They'll be in the final tomorrow. That game on CBS. And here, second semifinal of March Madness. 26-24 lead by the 2-seed, the Drake Bulldogs, over Missouri State.
Unlike last year, where the higher seeds were eliminated very early in the tournament, now we have chalk here. We have the first, second, third, and fourth in the semifinals. And so 2 of the top 4 teams, certainly the top team is going to be in it, and maybe the 2 or the 3.
Yesufu driving, starts the rebound, kicks it back out, fresh possession.
I like that defense that time. They made him take a bad shot.
Black with the rebound.
I think it's Brody with the foul. This is action in the paint. Watch these two.
Ooh,
there's a hook and hold right there. Brody just threw Prim right to the ground.
And that's reviewable. And I think the officials are going to take a look at it. By the way, Mosley did come out during that timeout, but he just hopped off the bench ready to check in again. He's playing with 2 fouls for Missouri State.
This is going to be a hook and hold, I think, Rich, and who they're going to call it on first, I'm not sure. But clearly Brody throws Prim to the ground once they were hooked. Watch in the center of your screen. Right there, the arms are hooked together.
Who hooks whom first?
Well, that's good. I think it was sort of equal in my mind, and but Brody becomes the more aggressive player here in continuing to hold it.
Well, when 270 hits the deck, 275, excuse me, when 275 hits the deck, you're going to have to follow if you're hooked. Yeah, this
I don't think this is.
It's a flagrant 1, and it's charged to Darnell Brody.
Yeah, well, he threw him down. There's no doubt about that. And, they hooked arms, and his body and his momentum just threw him down.
So Brody now has 2. Tremel Murphy has 2 for Drake.
Throw shooter, and Brody to the bench. He's had to play against Prim, and he's had to play against Krutwig, so he's done a pretty good job in that. And he, as I mentioned before, he made the basket to beat Loyola earlier in the year, right at the buzzer in a 51-50 game. Newark, New Jersey native. I'll tell you what, Mosley playing with 2 fouls. So far, it has not reared its ugly head, but you do not want him getting his 3rd foul right here.
Prim. And on a reach, he's fouled. And that's Issa Samaka.
Well, Samaka is not nearly the girth of Brody in there, and Prim knows it. So as soon as Prim got the ball right there, he just went to work right away. You're talking about 270 versus like 215 or 220. Big poundage difference.
This was a total rebuild when Dana Ford took over 3 years ago. And I like what they've done with the place. I mean, the rebuild has been successful in year 3.
He's done a good job recruiting. He's done a good job coaching. He knows the Valley as a player and a coach. So good hire. DeVries likely also, you know, played at UNI. Now coaching here at Drake.
Prim sits down. Tata is in, and this may be, hey, let's get Prim out before the next media timeout, which is 4 minutes and under, and give him an extra minute on top of this break.
Little zone here.
Corner rotation, and a 3 that went down and out. Sharp on his way. Kick to the corner.
Good D.
Shot clock down. Got to get it up.
Excellent defense by Drake. They got it right here. They push it.
Waiting is Yesufu.
Good quality shot. They pushed. The defense retreated. He had a wide open 3. Missouri State trying to be more deliberate. Drake trying to push the tempo a little.
That's Ritter, and he misses his 2nd 3-point attempt. Yes, he has another gear, but he hasn't finished at the rim his last few shots. Transition 3 and a beauty.
Well done right there.
Keaton Hervey
Mosley, the cheerleader on the sideline right now, helping his team out. I think that's the right place for him for the last few minutes of the half. They've got a lead. Don't need him in there.
They're on that 9-0 run.
I think Yesufu, you know, you get tired, you're not as quick as you normally would be. And I think he's a little tired right now.
Jonah Jackson in. Samaka. Issa Samaka.
Pretty good. That looked good.
In a 2-point game.
Samaka getting a little bit more playing time since Hempel has been out.
Tata getting to the rim, and a good find.
That was a very unusual set. 4 guys straight in a row like that. Lob was clearly open.
Sturts cut off.
I think the change of defense has really confounded Drake some.
Shot clock down at 3. Sturts a 3. Got it! And beat the buzzer.
Nicely done by Sturts. They probed, they probed, they probed, and they got a wide open one, which is going to happen against zone.
1-point game and a fun first half. That's a 3. Javonte Black.
Where has these 3-point shots been early in the game? He's going right.
Gets to the rim and this time finishes.
You know he's going right, but there's nothing you can do about it. 12 points for Joe in the first half.
Sharp delivers. Tata fumbles and then scores.
Wow. Offenses have heated up because the legs are tired. Harder to play D when you're tired.
Jackson. Now look at Sturts on the glass. Wilkins, another 3.
We got the 3-point shoot contest going on now.
Final minute, first half, second semifinal in the Missouri Valley. And this has turned into a shootout.
In the last couple of minutes.
Yeah.
The Bears 4 of 7 from downtown.
Sharp driving, stripped. Sturts got a piece of it. Oh, with a left hand, what a finish.
Wilkins, terrific job there. Tramel Murphy on the sideline cheering his buddy on.
Final seconds, first half.
Sharp can get to the lane and shoot over Joseph.
Yesufu steals it. Yesufu, the lane, the left hand. He's fouled. I believe he's going to get free throws.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about it.
What a play by Joseph Yesufu.
Clock on the top of the backboard. It's out of his hand way beforehand. You know, when you're running straight down the floor, you can see the clock, so he... Wow.
The under 4 timeout never came. And so
they're going to have a timeout, and then he's going to come out and shoot the free throws with 0-0 on the clock.
So we'll take a real quick timeout with no time left in the first half. It's a 1-point game.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. That's right. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
That's a mighty fine pair of boots. Let's get them boots. I'll make payment 1, 2, 3.
I'll make payment 4.
Really?
Burn up!
Mom's gonna kill us.
Gorilla Super Glues. Of course.
Gorilla has a fix for every project. Original brush and nozzle and ultra controlled gel for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
So, you said only we at Left Twix could put cookies and cream in Twix? This is a right Twix.
Excuse me.
Twix, cookies and cream.
Lights, camera, action.
Watch the UEFA Europa League like never before. Every goal, every match. The Golasso Show on CBS Sports Network.
Lights, camera, action.
Coming up, AT&T at the half. Brett Stover and the crew in New York. Get you all caught up on an exciting Saturday of college basketball. All right, this looked like Missouri State is going to get a last shot. Bob Wenzel, what happened?
Well, Yesufu is driving here. Take a look at the game clock. The official's running here. He is fouled right there. So it's 0.9 or 0.8. And that's what will be left on the clock. He got the shot off, obviously. So he'll get 2 shots right here. And there will be 0.8 left on the clock. Time for Missouri State to throw it long, maybe.
And remember, Yesufu stole the ball from DeMarcus Sharp in the lane as he was jockeying for the last shot.
Yeah, he's only 4 of 12, which isn't great, but he's got 12 points, and they need his scoring with Hemphill out and Roman Penn out. 80% free throw shooter, pretty good. Once you're in the high 70s and up, that's good.
He's a scorer.
No doubt.
Well, that was an entertaining first half. Because we talked about it at the outset, now that you've seen 20 minutes of play. Drake did not play yesterday. Remember, a no contest. They advanced here. Missouri State had to play yesterday. Is that a factor in the second half?
I think it's definitely going to be a factor in the second half. I think that Drake should have better legs than Missouri State in the second half.
How about Jamonte Black opening the second half with a fall away 15-footer from the baseline, and that tightens the game to 1.
Well, they've been pretty balanced too. I mean, Hervey has made a few shots from 3. He's actually their leading scorer in this game. That's really good news for Dana Ford.
Yesufu had 14. Brody goes right to the glass and eats up a bucket. That's his first 2 points of the game. He's got 5 rebounds and 2 fouls.
Nobody was near him there. A little bit different alignment here right now. Prim setting screen for Mosley. And posting.
Mosley's got 2 fouls. A one-handed rip of a rebound from Tremel Murphy.
Murphy sat for a while in the first half and got off to a great start. Look at this play.
Boy, big man working hard. Darnell Brody.
He got mad when he was called for that flagrant in the first half, and he's showing that he can play some hoop.
DeMarcus Sharp, Isaiah Mosley, Jamonte Black, Gage Prim, Keaton Hervey. That's the 5 out there for Missouri State. And Steele, off to the races. Yesufu, blocked from behind, saved. Wilkins.
Good aggression, not good results.
Mosley misses the three. Prim backing in, sweeping hook.
No double that time. Prim had the opportunity. Nobody came to help.
I told you the two meetings this year between these two teams really tight. 7 and a 5-point win for Drake. And this game certainly feels like it as well. Murphy corner three.
I'll tell you what I'm seeing right now is two teams that Missouri State is going zone right here, and they're getting everything they want at the other end of the floor.
That is a nice touch pass from Sharp. Prim with the catch, and back to a 1-point game.
That's a very, very difficult pass to make. They're going zone, but I mean, it is a lackadaisical situation. Look at all these guys just kind of standing around right now. They want the pick and roll.
Screen for Yesufu, got it up and missed it. Look at Missouri State getting out in transition. Hervey, another three.
He's been dramatic in this one. He's not a guy that they talk about a lot, but he starts, and he has been their best outside shooter in this game.
3 for 3 is Keaton Hervey from distance, and Missouri State has the lead.
Hold him off, Gage. Nice finish. How about this one? From deep. Bottom.
We made USAA insurance for members like Kate, a former Army medic made of the flexibility to handle whatever Monday has in store and tackle 4 things at once. So when her car got hit, she didn't worry. She simply filed a claim on her USAA app and said,
I've got this.
USAA insurance is made the way Kate needs it. Easy. She can even pick her payment plan, so it's easy on her budget and her life. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
Over 10 years ago, we made a promise to redefine everything a truck can be. And while we've made good on that promise by winning back-to-back Motor Trend Truck of the Year awards, the work is never done.
During Ram Truck Month, get $6,050 in total values plus $500 bonus cash on the 2021 Ram 1500.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. That's right. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
That's a mighty fine pair of boots. Let's get them boots. I'll make payment 1, 2, 3.
I'll make payment 4.
Really?
Turn up!
So, you said only we at Left Twix could put cookies and cream in Twix? This is a right Twix.
Excuse me.
Twix, cookies and cream.
What is that?
Mine. Why?
It's just that it's...
Lavender? Yes, it is. Old Spice. It's for men.
But I like the smell of it.
The mountain is here. Live sports, breaking news, and a mountain of entertainment. Paramount Plus, now streaming. In St. Louis, this is Arch Madness, 46-44, Missouri State on top, and that is the father of Arch Madness, Doug Elgin, who is completing his 33rd and final year of leading the Missouri Valley Conference. And Bob Wenzel, you've done this event for so many years and been around this guy for a long time.
He's been just spectacular, and a guy who started off and came to the Missouri Valley and, I mean, did everything for this conference. And he's been through the goods and the bads and the ups and the downs, and he has very little ego, and he's got very good brains, and he's a dedicated person. And I called him when I found out that he was retiring, and I said, what are you doing, man? I mean, we need you to stay involved in these things. And he joked, he said he needed a little bit of a rest.
Well, I think every player, coach, athletic executive after this trying year. I would agree they all need the rest. This is Murphy. And Murphy, nice spin move.
He has talent. He really, really has talent.
A lot of lead changes. This has been a tight game from the very start.
You know, when you think about Drake and you think about all the different players that they have on the team, they have 4 guys who are 23 years old on this team, and another guy who's 22 years old. So you talk about, you know, experience, not only basketball experience, but life experience and physical development. They've got a bunch of guys that I don't know how many rosters in the country have that many guys 23 years old.
BYU would come to mind.
Yeah,
but that's it.
Yeah, because those guys usually go on missions, right?
Gage Prim is working on a double-double. 13 points now and 9 rebounds. His bucket is giving Missouri State the lead again, which is erased right away. Tremel Murphy answers, 48 apiece.
Yeah, Murphy really, I mean, he's a guy, averages nearly 10 points, 5 rebounds a game, 25 blocks on the year coming in, kind of do-it-all sort of player.
Hervey again. He's finally missed a 3. Yesufu in transition. Fearless, but he did miss the shot badly. Sharp, skip pass, Black, 3.
Man, that was a great pass.
Whoa! How about that save? Javonte Black.
Sharp controlling things. He's done a good job of that in this game. Things get haywire, he kind of calms them down.
Prim.
Whoa, that didn't even draw net.
Yesufu has 1 gear, and that's go, and go fast. And he scores, and Drake back on top. Back and forth they go. This is a great semifinal matchup. 2-seed Drake, 3-seed Missouri State. The Bigs down low. Tremel Murphy, DeMarcus Sharp, Gage Prim. Bracket Week brought to you by Kubota.
A rogue virus. No jobs. Sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Deposit, plan, and pay with easy tools from Chase. Simplicity feels good. Chase, make more of what's yours.
You don't become a 117-year-old automaker in this country by refusing to change. The Ford Motor Company does not resist, deny, or ignore change. We pledge to make our most iconic vehicles electric, to use 100% renewable energy across all global manufacturing plants by 2035, to stand for lower greenhouse gas emissions, to stand with Americans and for the planet.
Reese's eggs are back, and we hit them somewhere you'll never find. Psych! We put them everywhere. Grocery stores and supermarkets, gas stations and chiropractors' offices, bowling alleys and grocery stores, which we already mentioned. Not sorry, Reese's.
So you have the ice cream with Oreos, crushed, and you have Oreos in the cookie dough.
It's so cookie-y.
Cookie-y.
I don't think you can ever have too much cookie. Sonic Oreo Big Scoop Cookie Dough Blast and Sundae.
Cookie-y.
Jersey Mike's is the proud title sponsor of the Naismith Player of the Year Award. And you can join us when we announce the winner on April 4th right here on CBS Sports Network. 2-point game here. Bob Wenzel revisits his keys to the game.
Mosley is not happening so far. Only 5 points. The average is 20. Prim's power, very, very good. 9 rebounds in the game. 3-point accuracy for Drake, very good. 46% from downtown. 10 or fewer turnovers is key. They only have 1. Good news for both teams. That's why we got a tight game.
There was concern by Dana Ford that Drake played faster than most Missouri Valley teams, and after playing yesterday, Drake did not play yesterday, the Bears might have trouble keeping up. That's not been the case in this one. They've played at tempo, and they've played well. Prim kicks back out. Kirby ventures in the lane. That's a charge. Hervey is pointing to the circle, and I don't think he's going to win that argument.
Well, clearly, Brody is outside the restricted arc.
He landed in the circle.
Landed almost on the baseline. Brody's a powerful guy. He's really done a terrific job, and he was so necessary for this team because they lost Liam Robbins to transfer after the season last year, went to Minnesota. He was their big guy last year who had great promise and played great for Minnesota. So Brody came in and took that spot, and they really have not suffered. He's done a very, very good job.
Transfer from Seton Hall and part of the Missouri Valley all-newcomer team. Prim. Brody with the rebound. He's got 7 rebounds to go with the 4 points.
Yep, good stuff. Neutralizing Prim somewhat.
Look at the ball movement. Sturts missed. Brody kept it alive. Yesufu couldn't pry it away from Sharp. Mosley drives. Sturts with a block. Drake lead. Drake, the 2 seeds, one of the last 4 in Jerry Palm's NCAA tournament model this morning.
Neither team has been able to go on a big run. In the first half, near the end of the first half, both teams made threes consecutively. Oh, a foul here on Prim on Sturts. But that was the only juncture of the game where we had some explosion of any kind. Otherwise, it's been kind of, you know, a basket here, a basket there. No rhythm to their offenses.
This is a tough call, both going, but then that, then once he wrapped his arms around him and threw him to the ground.
That's an easy call.
I see what they were looking at. I saw the front of the play, not the finish. That's the second personal.
You know, this summer, I know you love baseball and you're doing all this baseball stuff, but this summer, I'm going to bring you to referee school.
You're watching the State Farm Missouri Valley semifinals.
Hi, I'm a new customer and I want your best new smartphone deal.
Well, I'm an existing customer and I'd like your best new smartphone deal.
Do you?
Actually, it's for both new and existing customers.
I feel silly, but I do want the fastest 5G network.
Oh, I want the fastest 5G network.
Are we actually doing this again?
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives everyone the same great deal, like the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free when you trade in.
Wealth is breaking ground on your biggest project yet. Worth is giving the people who build it a solid foundation. Wealth is shutting down the office for Mike's retirement party. Worth is giving the employee who spent half his life with you the party of a lifetime. Wealth is watching your business grow. Worth is watching your employees grow with it. Principal, for all it's worth.
Walter, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? World's strongest man, Martins Litzis, to help you break down boxes?
What am I gonna do to you, Box? Let me break it down for you. Oh!
Hey, thanks, Martins. You're welcome.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
Every physical store has to have a digital presence. Fiverr made it easy for us to find the right freelance talent to create the website to tell our story. Now we have a digital storefront that's an extension of our physical one.
Transform your business today. Fiverr.
DiGiorno has 7 delicious crusts, and your family food critics will rave. Croissant crust is flaky layers of buttery bliss. Rising crust is fresh baked deliciousness. There's a 5-star pizza for everyone in your family to love. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
You're watching Bracket Week, presented by Kubota. 50-48, Drake on top of Missouri State. Bob Wenzel, I'm putting you on the selection committee, and I'm presenting Drake.
Well, here's the case for Drake. They're 24-3, and let's don't forget that 24-3. They beat Loyola Chicago, who's the champions of this league. The case against them is they have 2 big losses, and their strength of schedule is not wonderful. The strength of schedule is not their fault, so it's hard to use something like that analytic to hurt them. Jerry Palm has them projected as first 4. Some people believe that if they lose this game, they're off the bubble and on the wrong side of it. I'm not one of them. I think that they have distinct possibilities even if they lose this game.
And if I were arguing this case to you, I would present more evidence that Tank Hemphill, 14.6 rebounds, is out of this tournament, but he'll be ready for the NCAA tournament.
Right. So that's an added plus for the Bulldogs. Then you have to consider, you watch a team and you see how they play and you see who they play against and what kind of action you see in the game. Like that, for instance.
It's good action. That's DJ Wilkins. See the drought from Missouri State. It stretches 4 minutes. Sharp backing in.
That was fantastic by Sharp. He drove the baseline, and it looked like he was going to take a shot, but it was ill-advised, so he didn't. But he kept his dribble, kind of like Steve Nash used to do for the Suns and how Kyrie Irving does, and a lot of guys in the NBA now. That was a beautiful, beautiful play.
Wilkins again misses the 3. Sturtz is around a lot of loose balls. Jackson misses a 3. And Missouri State has a chance to tie or take the lead. Sharp 8.6 assists.
Wow.
This has been some battle between these two. It's gone on the whole game. Brody against Prim. They're back at it. And Prim gets in and scores and gets a free throw.
That can wear you out, too. I admire Prim. He's been getting the bodies all over him. This is 275 pounds on him. And I mean, he gets pushed under and still makes the play. That's some strength there.
Third personal on Darnell Brody. And Prim now with 15 points and 10 rebounds. Tremel Murphy is in for Drake as Jonah Jackson sits down.
Drake is having problems with three-point shooting right now. They do not have good inside-outside balance to their offense.
And they're a really good three-point shooting team. 37%, but in this game, just 2 of 14.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, it's Roman Penn was a good three-point shooter, so he's part of the statistics you're talking about. But Yesufu is 38, DJ Wilkins is 42, and Murphy is 38 for the three-point range. So those three need to start making some to create some balance in the offense.
Wilkins gets a screen. Nice wraparound pass. Samaka had his shot blocked. Prim sucks up his 11th rebound.
That was by Sharp also. Sharp's playing a terrific, terrific game here.
This is Sharp. Steps through and scores.
He's feeling it. Yesterday, only 2 points, but he had 8 rebounds and 6 assists. This game's far superior to that one.
Yesufu.
He's a great layup shooter, I'll tell you that. He gets to the basket at all different kind of angles. He's got 18.
There really hasn't been a big lead in this game. Drake by 6, Missouri State by 4. Those are the largest leads.
Yeah, no spurts in this game.
Mosley fell over, but made the pass and Prim the finish.
Mosley last night had 29 and Prim had 11. They're kind of switching the numbers in this one. Prim scoring way more than Mosley right now.
Drake takes a timeout. Semifinal number 2, and Missouri State by 3.
Over 10 years ago, we made a promise to redefine everything a truck can be. And while we've made good on that promise by winning back-to-back-to-back Motor Trend Truck of the Year awards, the work is never done.
During Ram Truck Month, get 0% financing for 72 months, plus $2,500 bonus cash on the 2021 Ram 1500.
Tomorrow night, 6 Eastern, CBS Sports Network brings you the league where athletes call the shots. And they have a new take on scoring. It's the game you'll love with a whole new twist. Catch Athletes Unlimited Volleyball right here on CBS Sports Network.
Those volleyball players can jump, man. Woo! Some of them have hops.
And they got to have stamina, and that's an issue right now for both of these teams. We told you at the outset, neither team has a deep bench. Missouri State played yesterday, Drake did not, and both teams during that timeout looked gassed.
During the game, I've mentioned it a couple of times, that they looked fatigued, a lot of standing around, and not great movement like these two teams are used to.
Wilkins.
This guy does not look gassed. He's the best player in the game for Missouri State. I mean, he's really taken hold of things, DeMarcus Sharp.
Mosley cut off at the pass.
I think he hooked this man offensively. He's getting a little frustrated right now, Rich. I think Mosley, he's got 3 fouls. Smiling right now, but he hooked his man. That's legal in the summer in the playground, but it's not legal in a real game.
Shirts and skins okay. But remember, he played a lot in the first half when he had 2 fouls. He's in there now with 3 fouls.
With they're 36, it doesn't matter. You just got to play.
Sturts. And it drops.
Give Murphy the credit. He made the pass. Sturts is like one of those wind-up toys. I mean, he just keeps on going and going and going.
In a game where Drake is not shooting it from distance, just 2 of 15. Whoa. Missouri State has hit 5 threes and is shooting 47% from the field. Dana Ford and the Bears, last NCAA tournament for Missouri State, 1999. Hervey.
Wild shot. Look at Dana Ford on the sideline. He was unhappy with that, I can tell you. You got to get quality shots.
Starts the miss.
There's a quality shot for you.
And the big man, Darnell Brody, with the putback.
Back and forth we go. Nobody's able to take hold of this game. Drake on the move. Sturts finds the goal.
State Farm, Missouri Valley semifinals.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. That's right. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
That's a mighty fine pair of boots. Let's get them boots. I'll make payment 1, 2, 3.
I'll make payment 4.
Really?
Turn up!
extreme drinks.
Woo! See you at the top, suckers.
See you at the top, suckers. Huh? I made it.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
T-Mobile is upgrading its network at a record pace. We were the first to bring 5G nationwide. And now that Sprint is a part of T-Mobile, we're turning up the speed, upgrading over 1,000 towers a month with ultra-capacity 5G to bring speeds as fast as Wi-Fi to cities and towns across America. And we're adding more every week. Coverage and speed. Who says you can't have it all?
Bolt 24 keeping it real with Fernando Tatis Jr.
Being a rule breaker is not cool. Yes, it is. Like Bolt 24 Energized. It's lower in sugar and it has caffeine. Writing its own rules.
Bolt 24. As a talking bucket of KFC, dinner time is my time to shine. Grab some piping hot chicken, young man. Much better than microwave hot dogs, right, Dad? Eat up. I'm doing the cooking tonight. So pick up a KFC $20 fill-up today.
Time now for the State Farm surprisingly great play of the game.
How about Garrett Sturtz on the defensive side? He blocks Mosley. Take another look. Clean as can be. And then on the other end, watch this acrobatic shot. Falling backwards. Let's go, Garrett!
He is sneaking up on a double-double. 9 points, 9 rebounds.
He plays hard, man. He really, really plays hard.
And of course, he's been a starter since Tank Hemphill went down. And
he was great last year, too. I mean, he's never one of those guys that's going to get a lot of the headlines, but he was really good last year as well. And he plays bigger than 6'3". He's just one of those guys who the ball seems to find him.
You know, we were talking about trying to use your timeouts to give teams a rest because neither coach has a deep bench. They're down to one timeout each.
Yeah.
Drake and Missouri State only have a timeout apiece. And this guy, DeMarcus Sharp, 12 points, 7 assists.
We got some kind of... Oh, my goodness. Is that a technical foul on Coach Ford? Or was it Sharp mouthing off after he made the play?
It is Sharp.
That's Sharp, yeah. When he made the play, he probably did something to his opponent, which really erases the play because it gives 2 free throws at the other end.
He has 2 personal fouls now, and you can see the frustration.
Let's watch and see. Right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Clock issue, they've just reset it.
So 1 timeout for each team, 7:26 to go. That's a long time with only 1 timeout, especially in a close game where you need your timeouts to discuss strategy with your guys.
And we're a long way from the next media timeout, which is the under 4 whistle.
Little overpassing there. Murphy did not need to pass that to Sturtz. He was way well too guarded. That is only their 2nd turnover of the game.
Prim begging for the ball. Brody cleans up the miss.
Man, when you only have a couple of turnovers a game, you're usually winning. And there's a lot of compensating factors in this game by both teams. Sturtz is open. Matchup zone.
Yesufu. And it was blocked. Prim. Yesufu down.
Grant.
He's holding both calves. Boy, they can ill afford to lose this guy for any time.
Nice block by Prim right there, and he goes down. He's grabbing both calves, as you said there. So, stays in.
7 to shoot. 59 apiece. Murphy muscles it in.
He's got that. He drives to the lane and spins the opposite way almost every time, and has a knack for getting the ball off quickly.
Prim against Brody. And Brody bodies him and picks up his 4th.
The Seton Hall transfer, perplexed by that. This has been going on all night, just like this. Leaning on him. Well, he bodied him right there. Put his arm straight up. Watch the last play here. Watch as he goes the other way. Hits him with his lower body, pushes him out. That is the hard thing to officiate when you got 2 wide body guys in there going after it. A lot of contact.
You know, you really feel for Darren DeVries here. We've been talking all game about how shorthanded they are without their point guard Roman Penn, without Tank Hemphill. And now Brody goes to the bench with 6 minutes left with 4 fouls.
Well, let's mark that down with 6:05 to go and see when he brings Brody back, because he cannot afford to leave him out for long periods of time if the game swings in the other direction at all. Murphy's the guy.
Wilkins. Prim had another block.
Yeah, nicely done. Great help side defense by Gage. He's being fronted right now. Samaka's giving away a lot of weight to Prim.
Sharp. That's Hervey. Oh, and he bangs in a 3.
He's been their main outside threat in this game.
That's another lead change. Back and forth they go. The 3-seed Missouri State. The 2-seed Drake. Yesufu. Oh, the cramps aren't hurting that. That's a deep 3.
The 2 and 3 seed going after one another. Very entertaining.
Sharp gets by. Prim can't finish. Drake ball.
Cross court, backwards, feet set, hits a lot of the rim. And Yesufu from this end, there is no question he's shooting that ball.
Yesufu with 22. Hervey, who hit the 3 from Missouri State, has 16. 4 threes. Yesufu, Prim, another block.
I'll tell you, he is protecting the basket right now. He's not the leading shot blocker in the league. Trey Williams is, but he's blocking a ton in this game and really taking care of the basket. Yesufu grabbing his calves again.
Well, again, that's the problem with no timeouts. He needs hydration and some stretching.
Thank you, doctor. Sounds like you've had cramps.
Yes, yes.
He does that so well. Tramel Murphy, you isolate him on a wing and let him drive it to the paint and use his turnaround. He is money. 18 points for Tramel in this one.
3-point Drake lead. Sharp. Mosley rips it out high. Hervey puts the shoulder down and scores.
They won it, both teams. I'm sensing exhaustion out there right now.
5 men out. Starts. Shot clock down. Yesufu starts down the lane. He's bumped on the shot. He's going to get free throws. Finally, a break.
66-65. 3 minutes to go.
Ronaldo, Corona, with a spot in the quarterfinals on the line Tuesday on CBS Sports Network.
When we started our business, we were paying like an arm and a leg for the postage. I remember setting up ShipStation. I think it was just like 1 or 2 clicks. Everything was up and running. I was printing out labels and saving money.
ShipStation saves us so much time. It makes it really easy and seamless. Pick an order, print everything you need, slap the label onto the box, and it's ready to go.
Our cost for shipping, like, we're cut in half, just like that.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers. Go to shipstation.com/try and get 2 months free.
No matter what happened in 2020, it's a brand new year. And with HelloFresh, it's 365 days to start fresh. 365 ways to make time for yourself. Make time for the kiddos and make their new all-time favorite meal. Just take it step by step and we'll make it happen. One dish at a time.
Hit refresh with HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code TV10 for 10 free meals, including free shipping.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by State Farm. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by Marco's. Pizza lovers get it.
Keno Davis, the head coach, 2008, last trip to the NCAA tournament. And this Drake team may be playing for their NCAA tournament lives right now. A bubble team in the semifinals in a 1-point game against the 3 seed Missouri State. And this is just the appetizer for what's next. Semifinals in the Atlantic 10. The tip at 6:15 Eastern. The Bonnies and the Billikens. And then BCU and Davidson, the nightcap there.
The best rebounding guard in all of college basketball plays for St. Louis, Jordan Goodwin.
Here is what's at stake. Missouri State trying to get to their first championship game in the Missouri Valley since 2011. Drake hasn't been there since 2008, and Drake is in Jerry Palm's last 4 in.
This game has been so interesting in its view of how badly these players want to win this game. And I mean, it's evident by the way they're playing, by their hustle, by the energy that they are expending.
And it's made more interesting from the Drake perspective for who they don't have. Roman Penn, their point guard, Tank Hemphill. But the emerging star, Joseph Yesufu, has kept them rolling. Oh, a right-hand runner. Prim goes down, and that's a walk. And let's hope he's okay.
When he came down, it looked like a slippery floor. Boy, he is a blue-collar guy, isn't he? Watch him come down here. Mosley, I thought this was in. He comes down. And his feet just got out, out from under. Brody's back in. 2:46 to go. 4 fouls. Zone defense. Middle is available. Tremel Murphy, that's the play right there.
Spinning, scoring
every time. Like clockwork. He is saving them. He's got 20 on 8 of 10 shooting from the field.
Drake by 4. Sharp lines it up. Floats it up and in.
Same play as Murphy. Murphy averages 9. He's got double that in the game already. Sharp averages 18. He's got 14.
And 8 assists. Sturts, not a three-point threat. Shot clock down. Yesufu going. Yesufu, no roll, and Prim has the rebound.
That Rich was a man's rebound right there, in traffic.
And he had to hold off all 275 of Darnell Brody to capture it.
Missouri State has gone zone. Drake stays man-to-man. Drake didn't play last night. Missouri State did.
Tipped, and Drake has it.
Two-point lead under a minute. Several possessions left. You don't freeze the ball here. You get a quality shot. It's either Yesufu penetration or Tremel Murphy.
This is Murphy getting to the lane. Got poked in the eye. Prim blocks the shot.
Oh my goodness.
And a shot clock violation stops what looked like a transition opportunity for Missouri State.
You hate that, right? You know, that's the call you worry about.
But you're also worried here about Tremel Murphy, who looked like he got popped in the face when he missed that shot.
Well, I thought he made the pass right here when he got, you're right, he got hit in the face by Prim. But look at that pass under Prim's arm anyway. Looks like it's his nose, he's got some blood. Right here, now watch this pass. He gets hit in the face, I know, but watch the pass.
That's Prim.
Watch that pass. With his right hand underneath between two guys. And of course, Prim blocks this one also. Brody got stuck under the basket.
Well, they want to control that bleeding right now. Obviously, this is not a deep bench for either team. Then you have 41 seconds left in somebody's season, possibly.
Shot clock down on the right-hand side. Check it out. Clearly, that's a violation. So it's the right call, no doubt about it.
And the ball wasn't possessed at the time that it hit 0. So the proper call to stop.
This kid has played an unbelievably good game. Tremel Murphy has been the guy for Darren DeVries' squad in this game. He has made so many clutch plays. This is probably a clock situation right here. Right.
We've been monitoring that, and confirms what you just said, that they are looking at where the game clock was when it hit 0.
41.3, 41.2. There you go.
And the blood just won't stop right now. And as Bob pointed out, he has been such a key. 20 points, 7 rebounds, 8 of 10 from the field. He's been automatic when Drake has needed a bucket.
In the lane, he's been spectacular. He drives it to the lane and turns back in the opposite direction, gets the defense off balance, and has just made play after play after play.
And until they can control that, he can't come back in the game. And the officials are doing their best to give Drake enough time to try to control it. Nope, he's going to go. And now you've got Missouri State down 2. And Dana Ford's team, 41 seconds left. Now, Bob, where do the Bears go for points?
Well, Prim is the guy that's played the best, but right now Sharp is the man because he has the basketball. He's got to make a play with the ball. You can't risk the pass inside. Too much could go wrong. You got to drive it to the basket. Mosley is your key player, but Sharp's been the man in this game.
This is Sharp. In the paint. Sharp, turn around. Got the bucket. Ties the game. Timeout.
Well, we talked about Mosley being the best player, but in this game, Sharp's been the best player for them. He controls the ball. He has done this a lot. Getting close in with the dribble, controls it, keeps it away from the defense, and then just makes a floater in the lane. That is a beautiful, beautiful play. Marcus Sharp can play. 6'3", 170.
This is all you would hope for in a semifinal game with a tournament bid on the line.
Here's the situation, though. You look at the foul situation here, right? Okay. I mean, 19.5. They're going to bring it down. They can take the last shot with 8 seconds and try to get a tip, something like that. But Missouri State can foul, and they'll still be okay. So, you know, there's a lot to consider right now.
And if you're looking for fouls to give, Drake has only 2 fouls.
Right, exactly. So Drake's Murphy has been the guy, but now that he's got blood coming out of his nose and they're tending to him again, you know, I'd be surprised if he was the one that they went to. I think Joe is the man. I mean, Yesufu is the guy who's been the best player for them over the course of the last 4 or 5 games, despite Murphy playing really well here. And number 1 right there in your screen, Yesufu can go. And he can power the ball to the basket with the dribble and draw fouls.
Drake is on the tournament bubble. How big is that for Drake basketball? They've been to 1 NCAA tournament in the last 49 years.
Wow.
1 in 49 years.
Wow. When it comes down to this.
And it's Yesufu.
You either make it or you go to overtime. That's the positive thing for Drake here. And there's the foul that we talked about.
It cuts the clock down to
like
just under 7 seconds.
That was smart by Ford. I like that play. But now that's over.
It's go time. Yesufu in the lane, scores! 2.5 left. Up the floor for the win. Oh! Drake survives.
Yesufu, the man. We called it. The right guy took the shot.